Rock and roll didn't just happen, it erupted. A wild collision of rhythm and blues, gospel, country and pure rebellion. And behind it all were the trailblazers who took those sounds, plugged them into an amplifier and rewrote history. Today, we count down 6 pioneers of rock and roll, the icons who didn't just play music, they changed it forever.
Here is Fat Domino singing Blueberry Hills.
Fats Domino may not have smashed guitars or set pianos on fire, but make no mistake, his influence is colossal. With his rolling piano style and warm laid-back voice, Fats bridged the gap between rhythm and blues and mainstream rock. Hits like Ain't That a Shame and Blueberry Hill sold millions, breaking down racial barriers in the process. Without Domino's smooth delivery, the early days of rock might have been all noise and no soul. Even Elvis once said, "Rock and roll started long before me. Fats Domino was doing it when I was still in high school." In a world of leather jackets and bad boy swagger, Buddy Holly looked different. Clean cut, thick-rimmed glasses, but once he strapped on that guitar, he was unstoppable. Buddy brought songwriting innovation to rock. He wasn't just singing hits, he was writing them, arranging them and experimenting in the studio. Songs like Peggy Sue and That'll Be the Day influenced the Beatles, the Rolling Stones and Bob Dylan. He proved the rock wasn't just attitude, it was craft. Tragically, Holly's career was cut short in 1959 in the plane crash remembered as the day the music died, but his fingerprints are still all over modern music. Diddley didn't just play rock and roll either, he built one of its foundations. His signature rhythm, bump-a-bump-a-bump-a-bump-a-bump, became the heartbeat for countless rock songs. Armed with a square guitar, an infectious groove, Bo merged blues, African rhythms and swagger into something totally new. He influenced everyone, again from the Rolling Stones to George Michael. Without Bo Diddley, rock would have a lot less bounce and a lot less attitude. Before Chuck Berry duck walked, before Little Richard screamed, there was Sister Rosetta Tharpe, a gospel singer with a Gibson guitar. Rosetta blurred the lines between church music and rock energy. Her guitar licks were fierce, her stage presence unmatched, and her boldness legendary, especially for a black woman in segregated America. Songs like Strange Things Happening Every Day directly inspired the first generation of rockers. Elvis, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, among others, all cited her as an influence. If rock and roll has a godmother, it's Sister Rosetta. Now we move on to the great Little Richard. He didn't just sing, he exploded. With his pompadour, eyeliner and screams that could shatter glass, he pushed rock to the edge of chaos. Songs like Tutti Frutti and Long Tall Sally weren't just hits, they were statements. Little Richard brought pure, unfiltered energy to rock and roll, opening the door for flamboyant performers like Prince and David Bowie to follow. He once said, "Elvis may be the king, but I'm the architect." And how could we forget Chuck Berry? He was rock and roll storyteller and showman. He didn't just invent the guitar lick, he invented the way rock guitarists looked on stage. With hits like Maybelline, Roll Over Beethoven and Johnny B. Good, Berry married Teenage Rebellion, clever lyrics and unforgettable riffs. From Keith Richards to Angus Young, almost every rock guitarist has a little Chuck Berry in their DNA. Simply put, without Chuck, there is no rock and roll as we know it. These 6 didn't just play music, they built rock and roll, brick by brick, note by note. Their influence is everywhere, even if their names aren't always on the playlists. So for the next time you turn up with a guitar solo or scream along to a chorus, remember the pioneers who made it possible. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this small insight into 6 of the rock and roll era's truest pioneers. Like and subscribe for more videos like this, and let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. This has been Signals of Sound. Tuning out.